is a midweek top-up shop necessitated by my need for milk. So Aldi 2 litres, A2 light milk, nothing new, $6.89. Then one more thing at Aldi, peanut cookies snack, $2.09. And stir-fry beef strips, $8.64 for 4.48 of a kilo, so 480 grams. So I'm going to do noodles. It's been a while since I've had Hokkien noodles. So I went to the Asian supermarket, got a small pack, 450 grams. This one was, I think, sub $3. Obviously much cheaper in the kilo bag, but I don't want to eat a kilo of noodles. Then I went to the greengrocers. This one, snow peas, I don't know how much is in it, but this box, it was expensive. It was $6.99, but I prefer snow peas. Then I've got the snacking tomatoes. These are 2 for $6. And finally, just 3 bananas. I believe the bananas are $3.69 a kilo. So all in all, a very small top-up shop, and I'll put my total up on screen. Okay, it's time to cook up my noodles. So I'm hoping to get this done in like under half an hour. I've got my beef stir-fry strips here. This is why I do buy it. I know it's not as economical to buy it already pre-chopped, but I'm time poor, right? So 480 grams for $8.64 at Aldi. Into my beef, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to marinate it with sauce, stir. Half a teaspoon of sugar. About half or even quarter teaspoon of white pepper. So, doesn't fit. I'll just go by eye. Two tablespoons of corn flour, cornstarch. One tablespoon of regular light soy sauce. And 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Now I'm using a vegetarian mushroom one. You can use the regular oyster sauce if you prefer, or again, obviously, if whatever you have on hand. 1 tablespoon of this as well. Finally, 2 tablespoons of water. And mix it all together. So most people would usually just marinate this and put it in the fridge or aside for like half an hour. Who's got time for that though? Not me, so I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to make my noodle sauce. So I'm going to make Hokkien noodles. Which is like a fried noodle but with a sauce, and I really want it saucier, so I'm gonna actually put more sauce in it because I'm not gonna eat this all in one go, right? So I do want it to have sauce on it when I reheat it the next day. Hokkien is basically the language of Taiwan. Yeah, we speak Taiwanese Hokkien. So we don't call this Hokkien noodles. We just call this noodles. Yeah, and sorry, Mom, but I prefer Grandma's recipe. And, I had to recreate it because my mother does not cook it like I do. Like I said, I'm going to make it saucier. So this will go over the noodles towards the end. So for the noodle sauce, I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to be putting in about equivalent of white pepper. That was a bit too much. Oh well. 1.5 tablespoons of regular light soy sauce. 1.5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. The difference between dark soy sauce and light soy sauce is that dark soy sauce adds color to your meal and is not as salty as the regular soy sauce. So I do want to, create color and not have it as salty. Then I've got 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce going in. And 2 tablespoons of water. Now, this is a lot of sauce. I'm going to play it by ear when I do cook up my noodles. And, the problem with noodles is that it depends on how fresh they are. Obviously, the older they are, the drier they are. So I would put more noodles, more sauce in my noodles if it was drier. If I get to it and it's pretty dry, then I'm going to throw the whole thing in. Just looking at it here, I probably will use half, if not 3/4 of it, but we'll see. And I'll taste as I go. As for prep work, now I did wash some of these dried mushrooms in water. You wash it with cold water first, get all the gross bits out, and then I put some hot water over it just to reconstitute the dehydrated mushrooms. I'm going to chop this up into pieces. I've already washed and taken away the stringy bits on my snow peas, and I've got 2 little carrots here chopped up into batons. Got my meat marinated. Once I get this done, it's really not hard. You stir fry the beef until basically 75 to 80% done. Take it out, cook up the vegetables with a little bit of garlic or whatever you like. Toss in the mushrooms, and in a separate pot, you've got to prepare the noodles according to instructions, which is literally just to boil it for a minute. And then toss it all together, put the noodle sauce on, and you're good to go. So I'll speed you through the rest of this. Okay, so dinner from start to finish in 35 minutes, including all my prep. So pretty good. I did throw in all of the sauce because, you know, I thought, oh, good gosh, what am I going to do with like, you know, 1/4 of it left? So this is far saucier than stereotypical than traditional. Either way, I don't mind. Just taste it as you go. And if it's too salty, put in a little bit of water. So, yeah, pretty good, decent amount of noodle for me. That's what, 400 grams, I think, of noodles, 450 grams of noodles. They do sell them in the kilo bags. So if you're feeding like a family of 4 or something, I mean, I still think you can get 4 portions out of this. I will easily get more than 4 out of this. So I've got meat in there, my mushrooms. In hindsight, I probably should have pulled out a secondary carrot, but oh well. I have heaps of snow peas in here. So there you have it. My Hokkien noodles. Growing up, this was just called noodles, mian for me. I've previously done this on my channel, but I think I did it with fresh shiitake mushrooms, which obviously makes the cost of this far higher. With the dehydrated ones, you can lower the cost, and of course you can substitute your vegetables for something a little bit cheaper. With the snow peas, I do like them. They were $7. So, you know, you can see what's on special. Yes, sugar snap peas if you prefer, or even frozen stuff. But I will put all of my costings for this up on screen.